Yo, what's going on everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. Today we're going to be talking about an OG Warframe in the game, and that of course is none other than the Necromancer himself, Nekros. I'll be going over his kit as well as my Death Wizard Nekros build, so let's go ahead and go over the kit, starting with his passive. Nekros regenerates 5 health for himself and his companions whenever an enemy dies within 10 meters of him. You do have to be quite close for this passive to even activate, but at the very least having health regeneration is always nice. Next up we got his first ability, which I actually went ahead and replaced with the helmet ability Nourish. This ability is still one of the best helmet abilities in the game, and that is because of the 3 different effects this ability gives you. It gives you an energy multiplier so that you get extra energy every time you pick up an energy orb. Any damage done to Nekros will result in a viral explosion, and any enemy affected by that explosion will be hit by a viral stack. And this ability also gives you a viral weapon damage buff, so despite the fact that this ability was recently hit with the nerf, it's still a really great ability, especially for a Warframe like Nekros. It helps Nekros do a little bit more damage to enemies, as well as have energy to do his other abilities. Next up we got his second ability, Terrify. This ability releases a psychic blast that causes enemies to run away panicking, and any enemy affected by this ability has their armor temporarily reduced. And you can fully strip armor temporarily whenever you have 167% ability strength. Terrify is honestly really clutch for crowd control, especially if you're going up against high armor enemies. You can just instantly remove all their armor with this ability and then destroy them. And the fact that it causes enemies to panic and not attack you directly is a really good way to stay alive as well. Next up we got his third ability, which is called Desecrate. This ability emits a dark aura that affects every dead body around Nekros. It consumes any corpse within radius, granting Nekros a chance to spawn a health orb, as well as a chance to gain additional loot. But not only is this ability really good for getting health orbs and additional resources, but it's also good for getting extra items that you'd probably need in a mission, like energy orbs or ammo for your weapons. A really clutch ability for getting resources in a mission and farming for resources in general. And finally we got his fourth ability, which is definitely his most iconic ability, Shadows of the Dead. With this ability, Nekros summons 7 shadow clones of the most recent enemies that you've killed. It prioritizes the strongest enemies you've killed, and the cool part about these shadow clones is that they actually keep the level and stats of their original copy, but they get an extra damage buff, extra shields, and extra health. One thing to know about these summonings is that they actually lose health over time, so if the enemies you're facing don't kill the shadow clones, they can actually die due to the degrading health. But even so, this ability is absolutely amazing, and we're going to be making it even better by pairing it with the augment mod, Shield of Shadows. This augment mod allows Nekros to transfer a portion of the damage that is dealt to himself to the shadow clones that you summoned with Shadows of the Dead. And the amount of ability strength you have can actually affect how much damage you transfer over to the shadow clones. So by simply just having this mod on Nekros and using his fourth ability, you get instant access to damage reduction. Thanks to the augment mod, I find myself not struggling at all with Nekros in pretty much every single mission I do. As long as I got Shadows of the Dead active, I'm alive and well. Very, very fitting for the Necromancer. Next up, we are going to be going over the mod setup that I got for my Nekros. For the aura mod, I got Brief Respite so that I could get shields back every time I spend energy. I got Adaptation so that I could get increased damage resistance that stacks, making Nekros even tankier. I got a Mars Hatred that's not even ranked up all the way, just so I could get a little bit of extra ability strength. I got Prime Flow for extra energy. Of course, we got Shield of Shadows to make his fourth ability even better. Got Primed Continuity for extra ability duration, and I got 3 Umbral mods. For the Arcanes, I got Molt Augmented so that I could get extra ability strength per kill, and then I got Arcane Energized so that I could get extra energy per orb pickup. And finally, we got the weapons that I like to rock with Nekros. I previously made a Nekros build video, but my mod setup was a little different, and on top of that, I wasn't using the weapons that I'm using now, and these weapons are just overall better for a Warframe like Nekros. For my primary, I got the Fenmore Incarnon. This weapon is an absolute beast, especially when you activate that Incarnon mode, so you can get that 50% chance to do plus 2000% damage on non-crits, and pairing this weapon with Nourish and Terrify helps it cook even more. For my secondary weapon, I got the Grimoire with an energy recovery build. Thanks to the Zada Invocation mod, I can use the alternate fire to passively get energy back. And finally, for my melee weapon, I got an Exodia Contagion Zal. The Necromancer himself is an absolute beast, and with this setup, my Nekros is able to cook in pretty much every single activity that I do in the game. Having that guaranteed damage reduction with his fourth ability is so nice, because you could just straight up face tank so many things in the game, especially once you start to kill stronger enemies that you can summon. My man summons a whole army ready to go to war that also takes damage for him. Truly fitting for the Necromancer Warframe. And yeah guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys guys think of Nekros and my Death Wizard Nekros build down below. Before this video ends, real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be it from me. With that being said, thanks for watching.